This question uses simultaneous equations. So we have three different facts or pieces of information. So 1, 2, 3, and we know that they are linked with this cubic, which has three different unknowns, and we need to find the values of A, B, and C. So we need to write down different equations with the information that we've been given so that we can find A, B, C. So the first equation, we know that V is equal to ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx. So we can now start to type in our information that we got given. So the first one, this one here, we have 1890 is equal to a times 8 cubed plus b times 8 squared plus c times 8. And I always put them in brackets. It just helps when you're typing things into the calculator. Sometimes the calculator can work things out wrong if the brackets aren't there. And then the last one there is 703 equals a times 15 cubed plus b times 15 squared plus c times 15. So using that, we then need to find out the values of A, B, and C. So to do that, we're going to go to our calculator, and in apps, we can go down to number 9, Polysimult 2, and we can go to simultaneous equation solver. We have 3 equations and 3 unknowns. So we can go down to next, and next on your calculator is this button here. It's right under the next button. And you can see there that I've typed in the information that we've just calculated. So the first one there is the 1890 is equal to 8 cubed, which is 512, 8 squared, and then 8, and so on with the other 2 equations. So we're now going to click solve, which is this button just here. And we can see there the final answers. So instead of x, y, and z, we have a, b, and c. A is equal to 1.31 to 3 significant figures. B is equal to negative 57.3 to 3 significant figures. And C is equal to 610 to 3 significant figures. So we now know that our equation, we could actually erase this one here, and we know that V is equal to 1.31 x cubed minus 57.3 x squared plus 610 x. And then for part B, according to this model, what should the height of the box be if the volume is 1720? So 1720 is my volume. So 1720 is equal to, and we're now going to, let's go back to here. We've got 1.31 x cubed minus 57.3 x squared plus 610 x. So the easiest way to do that is probably on your calculator. So we can go back to our equation. So second function mode will come out of that. Y equals, and we're going to type in this equation for the height and the volume of the box. So 1.31 times x cubed minus 57.3 x squared plus 610 x. And if we graph that equation, now you can see it's still set up from the previous question. So let's just go second function stats plot and turn this off. And then I think we need to zoom out a little bit here. So we can see that the volume I'm looking for is 1700. So we obviously need to go higher on our Y maximum. So let's go to 2000. And the minimum, I think we should always have a negative value there. So just negative 10 even, so that we can see our axis. And then the same with the x values. and the x values seem to go as high as around 15 on the question. So let's try that to start with. Okay, I'm going to go back to my window and I'm going to change this to 50. Okay, so now we can see the full cubic and we know roughly what a cubic shape should look like. We're now going to go back to the y equals and we're going to type in the 1720. And now we can see that we have 3 solutions. If we had had our window set to 30, for example, this would be the problem. You might have only seen 2 solutions, not 3. And that's why we should always extend the window wider so that we know we've got all the solutions and there aren't any hidden anywhere. So we can go second function, trace, intersection. I'm going to just do them in order. So I have 3 solutions here. The first one is at 4.59. So the height x equals 4.59 to 3 significant figures. Then we have a second solution, which is over here. So this is why we shouldn't do it on numeric solve. If you use numeric solve, it will only give you 1 solution and there's actually multiple solutions or 3 different solutions. And so this one is 7.1 to 3 significant figures. And then we have another intersection all the way over here. So let's keep going through. Okay, and we have that one at 29.4, again to 3 significant figures. So these are all in centimeters. It's asking for the height. So there are 3 possible heights, and we need to give all 3 of them for the question. So for this question, the first part was out of 3 marks. So that is literally just 1 for each part of your answer. The second question was out of 2 marks. So if you had all 3 answers, you got 2 marks. If you only had 1 answer, then it would just have been 1 mark out of the 2.